I'm making a little add-on to the video. When we went out to test the 7.62x53mm in the two rifles here, we have the M39 and the recently acquired M27. Now, the M39 functioned flawlessly with the ammo, but we had some issues with the M27. One of them, and this thing was covered in cosmoline and that. One of them was the bolt wouldn't close, or had issues with it. It's a mismatched bolt. Now, in general operation, it's a little stiff, it hangs up. After coming back and checking this, I found that all the other bolt heads from any other rifle would not fit into this receiver. So somehow this thing was fitted to this receiver, or fits in there. And where I had the trouble in turning the bolt down all the way, I went and checked. The ammunition goes into the chamber freely, seats flush to the barrel, falls out, so there's no binding, there's no obstructions. It sits on the bolt where the bolt head is and where the rim is. The rim is below the edge of the bolt head, so it fits on the bolt head correct. So the head spacing's not off, but under closer examination, that's why I got to go get a bore scope and that. Looking down inside the mortise, there's some sort of debris kind of wedged in there. And what was happening is when I go and close the bolt down, I had to ratchet it down, and there is something in there. I'm going to have to go in with solvent and hand tools and try to remove this buildup of something inside the receiver mortise that's up against the face of the bolt. So that's what the problem was. It wasn't a chamber obstruction. It wasn't anything along those lines. But the reason the gun shot wildly, I'll go over into detail. I believe what's happened is there's fine pitting throughout the barrel. And the barrel, the rifling's sharp and in there. It just looks a little dark, and with my one bore scope, I believe there's a fine pitting from fulminated mercury primers that creates this very strange fine light pitting, okay, in the barrel. And I believe somehow that this was peeling off the copper jacket, which created the bullets firing wildly. The first shot, went in, but after that, it was shooting wildly all over the place no matter what I shot in there. So we're going to have a series of videos. We're going to go and work on this gun, and I'm going to try to clean the bore out and lap it out. So there's going to be a lot more content trying to salvage this weapon, in the future. Alright, enjoy the video. Alright, in this video, we're taking out our Finnish rifles. We have the M39 and the recently acquired M27. I'm using my reloaded ammunition in the 7.62x53 caliber. I took a couple sight-ins to adjust the windage on this rifle, so they'll be taped up. But much like with the test with the Mosins, we're going to shoot 5 rounds at a target at 50 yards. And we're going to check these guns for the accuracy between the two different bullets used. One is a 308, which is going to be shot now. And I believe I have enough ammo. I will shoot my reload with the 311 bullet and see what the difference is overall. Also, checking the accuracy of the two different guns, and that'll be discussed when we review all the targets and the rifles. So like I said, this target has 2 sight-ins, and now I think I got the windage down right. We're going to put 5 down and see how well it does. Alright, that's it for the M39. We'll go on to the M27 next. Next up is our M27. This one has a mismatched bolt and it kind of closes hard, but I did a sight-in and it shoots pretty damn good. You know, it goes off. Just the action's a tad bit rough, so let's see how she shoots. Nothing strange with the cartridge, but I don't know why that bolt. I know that first part's the extractor, but I don't want to close. The headspace could be off because of the bolt. No bulging, nothing unusual, so ooh. I have to take that apart. There we go. Getting a little bit better. Alright, that's it. Let's go down and see what we've done. Okay, our results for the M29, or M39. It's 4 shots there, 5. Obviously, a tad bit more different than the Mosin Nagants. Okay, so yeah, using the correct ammo, big difference. Of course, the guns are made a little bit more precise. Now, we have an issue here with this M27, whatever is going on. The sight-in I got here. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So something is not right here. I don't know. I just got this gun. This is the first time I fired it. We're going to pull it off from the video. I may just go and shoot the M39 with a larger bullet, see what happens. But there's definitely something wrong with this rifle, and that's just the way it is. Bought it at an auction. A little odd. There's something about the bolt, but why it would shoot wildly like this, I don't know. Alright, something I have to go and inspect the gun and that. So what we're going to do is repost one for the M39 and shoot some of the larger diameter bullets, and then that way we have a target to compare. We're going to take our M39 and we're going to fire our 7.62x54mmR reloads with a larger diameter bullet. This rifle does have a D stamped on the barrel, so the chamber is set to be able to handle it. So let's see the comparison and what we end up with here. Alright, as we can see, the 5 shots are not even close to the group we shot with the actual 30 caliber ammo. While you can fire it through the rifle, the accuracy results are not there. Okay, so we'll go and analyze all of this in detail in another video.